Scene script. Have you ever considered how much potential you truly possess? We often find ourselves marveling at the grandeur of a towering tree, its branches reaching out to the skies, its roots deeply ingrained in the soil, providing shelter and sustenance to countless creatures. But have you ever stopped to think about how it all started? It began with a tiny, unassuming seed. That seed, often overlooked and underestimated, carried within it the potential to transform into something magnificent. This is exactly how potential works. Like that seed, each one of us carries an immeasurable amount of potential within ourselves. Yet many of us go through life unaware of the immense possibilities that lie dormant within us. We are all seeds, brimming with the capacity to grow, to flourish, to reach heights we can't even begin to imagine. Potential is a reservoir of untapped power, waiting to be discovered and harnessed. It's the innate ability to transform dreams into reality, ideas into innovation, and goals into accomplishments. It's the force that drives us to explore, to create, to evolve. Potential is not confined by age, background, or circumstances. It's a universal trait, an inherent part of our human nature. But the question that arises here is, why do we often fail to realize this potential? Well, the answer lies in the seed analogy. Just like a seed needs the right conditions to grow, sunlight, water, and fertile soil, our potential too needs the right environment to thrive. It requires nurturing, encouragement, and most importantly, belief. Belief in our potential is the first step towards unlocking it. It's the water that helps the seed sprout, the sunlight that aids its growth, and the fertile soil that provides it with the nutrients to flourish. And once we start believing in our potential, we start seeing possibilities where we once saw obstacles, opportunities where we once saw challenges. So take a moment to embrace the idea that you are like a seed, packed with potential, waiting to sprout and grow. You have within you the potential to change, to evolve, to create, and to achieve. Imagine what you could achieve if you fully tapped into your potential. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, a man whose name is synonymous with the invention of the electric light bulb. But did you know that before his bright idea could illuminate our nights, Edison had experienced over 1,000 failed attempts? Each failure, however, did not deter him. Instead, he looked at them as steps towards his success, famously quipping, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison harnessed his potential and transformed the world forever. And then there was Albert Einstein. As a child, Einstein struggled with speech. His teachers thought him to be lazy, slow, and dreamy, but he didn't let these labels define him. Instead, he tapped into his potential, pursuing his passion for understanding the mysteries of the universe. Today, his name is synonymous with genius. His theory of relativity revolutionizing our understanding of time, space, and gravity. Let's not forget Oprah Winfrey, a name that has become a beacon of hope and inspiration for millions around the world. Born into poverty and faced with numerous challenges in her early life, Winfrey harnessed her potential to become one of the most influential women in the world. She once said, "The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude." By believing in her potential, she not only changed her future, but has also empowered countless others to change theirs. These stories of Edison, Einstein, and Winfrey serve as powerful reminders that we all have untapped potential within us. They faced adversity, they failed, and they were doubted. But they never gave up. They believed in their potential and used it to overcome their challenges and achieve greatness. Their stories illustrate the power of realizing one's potential. What's holding you back from tapping into your potential? Let's talk about the barriers that often stand in the way of us reaching our full potential. These barriers are like invisible walls, limiting our progress, and more often than not, they are of our own making. One of the most common barriers is fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of stepping out of our comfort zones. Remember the story of Sarah from our previous scene? Her fear of public speaking was so intense that she would avoid any situation that required her to speak in front of a crowd. But was that fear insurmountable? Absolutely not. She realized that fear was just an emotional response and that it could be managed and overcome. Then there's self-doubt, the pesky little voice inside our heads that tells us we're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. It's like a nagging critic that never seems to take a day off. Mike, who we talked about earlier, battled with self-doubt for years, but Mike learned to silence that inner critic, to challenge his self-doubt and replace it with self-belief. And let's not forget about complacency, the comfort of the familiar, the temptation to settle for good enough. Complacency is a silent killer of potential. It keeps us stuck in our comfort zones, unwilling to take risks or strive for more. Emma, a talented artist we mentioned before, was stuck in a job she didn't love because it was comfortable. But she broke through that complacency, pursued her passion, and is now a successful artist. These barriers, fear, self-doubt, and complacency, they're not insurmountable walls. They're hurdles, challenges that can be overcome. And the first step to overcoming them is recognizing that they exist, acknowledging their presence. It's about understanding that these barriers are not permanent fixtures, but temporary obstacles on the road to realizing our potential. Overcoming these barriers is the first step towards realizing your potential. So, how can you start harnessing your potential today? Firstly, setting clear goals is an essential step. Think of a sailor setting out on a voyage. Without a destination in mind, they would be aimlessly floating around the vast ocean. Similarly, without clear goals, we tend to drift through life. Let's consider Thomas Edison. His clear goal was to invent a practical electric light bulb, and despite 10,000 failed attempts, his unwavering focus on his goal led him to success. Next, embrace challenges. Challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones towards growth. They push us out of our comfort zones and force us to think creatively. Take the example of J.K. Rowling. She faced numerous rejections and hardships before she could publish Harry Potter. But she embraced those challenges, learned from them, and ultimately, they shaped her into the successful author she is today. Finally, cultivate a growth mindset. This is a concept brought to light by psychologist Carol Dweck. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. It's the love of learning and resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Mozart, the famous composer, was not just born a musical prodigy. He had a growth mindset that made him practice rigorously, learn from his mistakes, and continuously strive to improve. All these strategies are interconnected. Clear goals give you a direction. Challenges provide opportunities to learn and grow, and a growth mindset ensures that you're open to this learning and growth. It's like a three-legged stool. Take away one leg and the stool becomes unstable. So start by setting clear, achievable goals. Embrace the challenges that come your way, learn from them, and keep pushing forward. Cultivate a growth mindset, believe in your ability to grow, and never stop learning. Remember, unleashing your potential is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey. It's about becoming a better version of yourself every single day. With these strategies, you can start to unlock your full potential. What happens when you unleash your potential? Picture a seed. Alone, it's small, unremarkable. But given the right conditions, it transforms into a towering tree, providing shade, shelter, and sustenance. This is the magic of potential, the promise of what could be. On a personal level, the impact is profound. Unleashing your potential means cultivating your talents, honing your skills, and pushing the boundaries of your capabilities. It's about embracing the challenges and reaping the rewards. It's about achieving more than you ever thought possible. And it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey of self-discovery, of growth, of transformation. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. But the impact of unleashing your potential doesn't stop at the individual level. Like ripples in a pond, the effects spread outwards, impacting those around you, and even society at large. Consider the inventors, the creators, the pioneers, those who dared to dream, who dared to push the boundaries of what was known and what was possible. Their contributions have shaped the world as we know it. Every medical breakthrough, every technological advancement, every piece of art that moves us, they all began with an individual unleashing their potential. They dared to dream, dared to strive, dared to make a difference. And in doing so, they've left an indelible mark on our collective history. But you don't have to be a world-renowned inventor or a groundbreaking artist to make a difference. Every day, people are making their mark in smaller but no less significant ways. Teachers inspiring the next generation, volunteers improving their communities, individuals standing up for what they believe in, all because they tapped into their potential and dared to make a difference. Unleashing your potential isn't just about personal achievement. It's about making a positive impact on the world around you. So what are you waiting for? The world is waiting for you to unleash your potential and make your mark.